If you think intestinal parasites and worms are only a problem in poor countries or for little kids, you're seriously mistaken. According to estimates by the World Health Organization, more than 3.5 billion people worldwide are host to some kind of parasite without even knowing it. These sneaky creatures don't just live in the intestines, they can infiltrate and invade the liver, lungs, and even the brain. The most frightening aspect of this is that they've become so smart, their symptoms now mimic common illnesses like persistent fatigue, allergies, or anxiety. Today, I want to reveal the secret behind why, no matter how many vitamins you take, you still feel drained, and why you grind your teeth at night. These symptoms mean that another creature is feeding off your body's resources and releasing its waste into your bloodstream. The first classic sign which most dentists overlook is nighttime teeth grinding. If you wake up in the mornings with jaw pain or someone has told you that you grind your teeth in your sleep, your first guess shouldn't be stress. It should be pinworms or intestinal parasites. When these parasites become active at night for laying eggs or feeding, they release harmful toxins like ammonia that can overstimulate the entire nervous system. This nerve stimulation causes spasms in the jaw muscles. Also, the movement of parasites at the end of the intestine causes unconscious restlessness, which manifests as teeth grinding. The effective treatment for this teeth grinding isn't just a night guard, it's thoroughly cleansing the intestines. The second sign to watch for is an uncontrollable craving for sweets and carbohydrates. Has it ever happened that you've just eaten, but suddenly you get a strong craving for cake, chocolate, or bread? That's not your hunger, it's theirs. Parasites, especially Candida and intestinal worms, love sugar. They hack your brain by releasing specific chemicals and command you to eat sugar. In fact, you have turned into a zombie carrying out the orders of a worm. These creatures consume your blood sugar, causing your blood sugar levels to drop, making you feel weak and shaky and forcing you to eat sweets again. This cycle of weight gain and weakness isn't your doing. It's the work of uninvited guests. The third sign is waking up exactly at 3 in the morning. According to Chinese medicine and the body's biological clock, between 1 and 3 in the morning is when the liver is most active in detoxifying. Parasites are toxic creatures. They eat food and their waste or toxins are released into your blood. Around 3 in the morning, the amount of these toxins in your body peaks, and the liver, under the pressure of this toxin load, sends out an alarm and wakes you up. If you wake up every night at a very specific time, for no reason, with heart palpitations or cold sweats and find yourself unable to fall back asleep, your liver is desperately screaming out to you that it can't handle this amount of parasitic waste. This isn't insomnia, it's nighttime poisoning. The fourth sign is anemia and iron deficiency that doesn't get better with pills. Many people take iron pills for years, but their hemoglobin never goes up. The reason is simple and frightening. Parasites like hookworms firmly attach themselves to the intestinal wall with their sharp teeth and feed directly on your blood. Each worm can consume several drops of blood per day. Now imagine having 1,000 of them. You are losing vital blood without having any external bleeding. These are tiny microscopic vampires lurking inside your body. As long as the parasite isn't eliminated, taking iron pills is like pouring water into a leaky bucket. You're only making the parasites stronger and fatter. The fifth sign, strange skin problems. Eczema, hives, itching, especially around the anus. The skin is a mirror of the gut. When the gut is full of parasites and the toxins they produce, the human body naturally tries to expel these harmful toxins through the skin. The result is tiny pimples, treatment-resistant eczema, and mysterious itching that constantly changes location. Anal itching, especially at night, is a definite sign of pinworm infection in adults. At night, the female worm comes to the anal opening to lay eggs and secretes a sticky substance that causes intense itching. If you have roundworms, you might even feel something moving under your skin, which isn't just a psychological feeling, it's a biological reality. The sixth sign is joint and muscle pain. A medical professional might diagnose you with arthritis or fibromyalgia. But parasites like trichinella, which come from undercooked meat, can leave the intestinal tract and form cysts in muscle tissue. The immune system attacks these cysts, causing significant inflammation and pain. Additionally, toxins from parasites can deposit in the joints and lead to cartilage damage. If your joint pain migrates, for example, it moves from your knee to your shoulder and then to your wrist and doesn't improve with anti-inflammatory medications, it's very likely that your body is fighting a systemic parasitic infection, not premature aging. The seventh sign is mood changes, anxiety, and brain fog. The gut is the body's second brain, and 90% of serotonin, or the happiness hormone, is produced there. Parasites disrupt serotonin production by damaging the gut lining and causing inflammation. In addition, the neurotoxins produced by parasites enter the brain through the bloodstream and cause confusion, lack of concentration, unexplained irritability, and depression. Many patients who have been labeled as having mental illnesses or bipolar disorder see all their psychological symptoms disappear after a course of parasite cleansing. You're not crazy, your brain has been poisoned. The eighth sign is constant bloating and gas. If you always feel bloated after eating and your doctor has told you it's irritable bowel syndrome and nothing can be done, be suspicious. Parasites settle in the small intestine and cause inflammation. They produce gas which makes your stomach feel hard like a drum. The difference between normal bloating and parasitic bloating is that parasitic bloating is usually painful and accompanied by loud abdominal noises. You might notice that your stomach is frequently growling. You may also experience alternating periods of diarrhea and constipation. Parasites can obstruct your intestinal tract by accumulating in large numbers, causing constipation, or produce toxins that cause rapid water loss and diarrhea. The ninth sign is a weakened immune system. If you find yourself constantly catching colds, get cold sores, or have frequent infections, it is because your immune system is fighting parasites around the clock and no longer has the necessary energy to fight off external viruses. Parasites have complex mechanisms that either shut down or mislead the immune system so they won't be detected. This suppression of the immune system leaves the human body defenseless against cancer and various other diseases. In fact, these parasites leave the gates of the body's fortress wide open so they can live comfortably themselves. The 10th sign is teeth grinding and the full moon. This is the strangest and most scientific point. Listen carefully. The activity of parasites is synchronized with the lunar cycle. During the full moon, the body's melatonin levels decrease and serotonin levels increase. This hormonal change causes parasites to become more active, reproduce, and move around. Hospitals and psychiatric centers report that visits increase during the full moon. If you notice that your symptoms like insomnia, itching, or teeth grinding get worse during the days of the full moon, that is the middle of the lunar month, this is a confirmation of the presence of parasites in your body. This is not superstition. It's the biology of parasites. So parasites are our silent, unseen neighbors who pay their rent with our health. They are exceptionally challenging to detect in standard stool tests because they do not always lay eggs. So what should you do? First, eat anti-parasitic foods. Raw garlic. Pumpkin seeds. These contain cucurbitacin, which paralyzes the parasite. Eat fresh oregano. Second, cut out all sugar. This will starve the parasites. Third, improve your personal hygiene. Wash your hands frequently, cook all meat thoroughly, and always wash your vegetables. And fourth, periodic cleansing. Twice a year in spring and autumn, use herbal cleansing protocols, which I will talk about in future videos. Share this video with people who are always tired, anemic, or irritable. Maybe their problem isn't a vitamin deficiency. Maybe they have an uninvited guest and don't even know it. Please like and leave a comment so the YouTube algorithm recognizes the importance of this video and shows it to more people. Watch these videos as well for more information. Until the next video, take care.